What's going on, guys? It's your boy Crunch, and today we're back for another video. Today I'm really excited to bring a video where we go ahead and take a look at Nelliel's evolution in the game of Bleach Brave Souls. The way it works, we just basically go through the start of the game up until this point, which is mid-April, and just give you a little discussion of each and every single version of Nelliel that we've gotten in this game. So with that said, yeah, let's get right into it. Turning back the clock a whole 3 years ago, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at a banner in which the first ever Nelliel came out in. This was the Valentine summons. Nelliel was introduced with 3 other characters in that banner: Rukia, Yachiru, and Momo. This was year 1 of Bleach Brave Souls, and this was the first ever Valentine summons that we got in the game. One really cool thing about all of these characters, and something that made them unique at the time, was that they all had a support type of strong attack. For example, I believe Momo and Rukia had healing abilities with their second strong attack. Nelliel actually had a boost as a second strong attack, which is a thing that boosts up everyone's attack, defense, and focus in a team. So that was something that was pretty unique about these units, and I think made them kind of a little bit viable for a time when they first were released. As of now, this Nelliel isn't all that great. She has 926 stamina, 648 attack, and 603 SP. So those are of course very outdated stats, not really anything to write home about, but I mean overall, at the time, like I said, the only real thing that really stood out about her was her boosted second strong attack. She has a soul trait of 20% normal attack damage. She has Sprinter, Long Reach plus 30%, Havoc, Berserker, Devastation, and Enhancer. So the Enhancer did kind of help her out with her strong attack. At the time, these characters were pretty decent in terms of gameplay, but over the years, it's just really, it doesn't look good, and it's not as viable as the current meta that we have with the newer units that we get. Overall though, it was so cool to see this form of hers. It's a really cute form. I really like her artwork. As you guys see, she has hearts surrounding her, and then she's got a little box of chocolates with Dondo Chaka and Pesce. But she's definitely not as viable or good anymore. Hey, you never know though. She might get a resurrection form in the future, and that could possibly make her a decent unit. So after Valentine summons, which was on 2/7 of 2016, at the end of that month, actually, they ended up releasing a whole nother form of Nelliel, and this one was of course really exciting because this was a canon form of Nelliel. And what was really cool about this form was that we ended up getting her release form right off the bat, right? So this was her second release, and it was the canon form of her centaur. At the time, she was actually quite good. She had a set of strong attacks that were decent overall, and also at the time, she was probably like the best speed unit, just because of her stats and skills that she had at the time. Well, not skills, because at the time there was no such thing as a 6-star, but overall, just so you guys have an idea, her stats are 982 stamina, 652 attack, 349 defense, 292 focus, and 656 SP. So she's kind of a hybrid character. Her stats are Sprinter, Long Reach, Havoc, Bruiser plus 20%, Bombardment, and Frenzy. And overall, man, I really like her strong attacks. Even still, they're pretty fun. They're not as good as characters, like I said, that are being released, but at the same time, for the time when she first came out, she was really good in terms of gameplay, right? She was a speed attribute, and I would probably say she was top 3, if not one of the best speed units. I'm kind of holding back on saying that though, because there was Grimjaw in the day, and I remember he was a complete monster. I think this version of the character was when she went ahead and fought Noitora, because she also has a killer of Espada plus 40%. So yeah, really exciting, man. As a character back in the day when this first came out, really cool. I wasn't able to pull her back then, but of course now I do have her, and like I said, gameplay wise, she's still pretty decent. She just got her resurrection form, which kind of made her a little bit better than she was beforehand. But yeah, really awesome form of hers, released 3 years ago, which is crazy. So after we ended up getting that form of Nelliel, we had to wait a whole, over a year and a few months. To be exact, we actually ended up getting the next form of Nelliel mid-June of 2017. So that was a whole, like I said, a whole year and like a couple of months. And although it was a long wait, it was a very exciting time because this was her swimsuit form. And as you all know, K-Lab likes to make really nice forms of swimsuit characters in this game. And so anyways, we ended up getting Nelliel along with Riruka and Nemu as the other two characters in the seasonal banner. It was a double chance, so it was nice, you know, there was those characters, and I think the fillers were the previous year's swimsuit characters. And let me just say, this form of hers was actually really good, and you know what, I still actually think she's a good unit till this day. She is a heart attribute unit with a Rancor affiliation, so she's not an Espada affiliation. She has a soul trait of minus 14%, which is the best soul trait in the game, and it's also upgraded to the highest potential, right, which is 14%. She also has 984 stamina, 634 attack, and 720 SP. Her skills are as follows: Sprinter, Long Reach, Havoc, Bruiser, and Frenzy. Overall, man, this character is really nice because she has a nice set of strong attacks. The strong attacks go perfect with her overall stats and skills. Her first is a push forward attack. Her second is a really quick vortex, but it's a nice vortex because it burns on top of everything. And like I said, she has 14 recharge times, so that strong attack recharges faster than usual. Her third is a strong attack that isn't full screen necessarily, but it almost is because it has so much range on it. And then of course her special is also full screen, and although she doesn't have devastation or bombardment to upgrade it, you know, it still will pack a punch just because of, you know, her high SP and whatnot. But overall, man, I really like this form of Nelliel. Outside of her looking amazing, it's still just a good form that, like I said, is still decent to this day. She's usable in certain Senkai mode quests, and overall just a really good form from K-Lab. Like, they really did a good job on her. One cool thing to note as well about this character is that she's one of 3 units in the heart attribute that has the 14 recharge time link, so she's kind of unique in that regard. And yeah, overall she's a great unit, at least as a soul trait even still today. And following the trend, the next form of Nelliel was not released until another whole year after the swimsuit form was released in the game, which, you know, to be honest with you, it's just kind of ridiculous because, you know, Nelliel is a super popular unit and super popular character. But it's whatever. You guys will notice in the next few forms that, you know, they did kind of change that, and they noticed that finally, you know, she's a pretty damn hype character. But yeah, we ended up getting her next form in 2018. It was the end of the month banner for May. And anyways, she was a Parasol character. So this again wasn't a canon form. This was her in a really cool and unique outfit that I, to this day, am so like, I'm still after this form of Nelliel just because of how cool she looks. And, you know, she's a decent unit. She's a technique form, right? So she's in technique form. She's a Rancor affiliation. She has 1030 stamina with 754 attack and 628 SP. So, you know, this form of Nelliel is obviously a little different than the ones we've seen in the past. She has 754 attack, which, you know, will basically tell you that she's a normal attack damage unit. She also has a 25% normal attack damage increase through her soul trait. She has Hollow Killer plus 20%, which is very nice, you know, with everything she's got already. And then she has got Sprinter, Long Reach, Bruiser plus 50%, Berserker plus 40%, Devastation plus 30%, and Debilitator, because she also does paralyze through everything, through normal attacks, strong attacks, and her special. She also has really nice gameplay. Her second strong attack is a Vortex, which helps out when you know, autoing and whatnot. And overall, man, I really like this form of hers. I just like her outfit overall, man. She looks unique and different, and I wish I would have pulled her, but don't worry, if you're someone that's after this form of hers, she should be coming back when Parasol characters come out, which should be either at the end of this month or sometime next month in May. So yeah, you won't have to wait too much longer to hopefully summon for her. So after we ended up getting her Parasol form, we did have to wait a bit of time, but this time it wasn't the whole year plus. We ended up actually only having to wait like 9 months, and that's when we ended up getting the Scar Mask Hco Mundo summons. And this came with Nelliel, Loopy, and Tesla. And obviously out of those 3, the most exciting and most hyped is Nelliel, and she did not disappoint with this form. This was basically a remake of her Centaur form that we got a whole like 3 years ago. And again, she was so good. She was a mind attribute unit. She had 1059 stamina, 638 attack with 774 SP. She also has a 12% recharge time with a Rankar plus 20% damage on top of them, and then also her skills are Sprinter, Bruiser, Devastation, Frenzy, Debilitator, Weaken Defense, and yeah, just overall great stats and skills. She is another form that has evaded me and I haven't been able to pull her, which is super depressing because I went in deep on that banner and I ended up getting Luffy and Tesla, so I missed out on Nelliel and it was just such a bummer, but it's okay, you know, hopefully in the future I'll pull her. But overall, man, this character's so good because she is ranged. She has a nice set of strong attacks. She's good in PvE when you take her on, you know, Inheritance Zone, co-op, anything you do with her in terms of PvE content, she's gonna be good. She's not good in PvP, but she's really good in PvE. Another great thing about her is that her second strong attack is a vortex, and it's one of those vortexes that move forward and you know, kind of just attract the units into the vortex. The reason it's really good is because if you level her up as a 6-star and then keep her at level 1 for guild quest, she ends up building up combo really quickly, and because of units like her, you know, 180 to 182k is now very possible as long as you have these type of units. So, you know, that's one of the main reasons I'm after her, but also just because she's an awesome unit and I really want her. So that form of Nelliel was released at the start of the year in 2019. Fast forward to April of 2019 and it is about to be mid-month, and now we're released with the big surprise banner of Nelliel, Grimgel, and Hco. All I can say, man, is this Nelliel is gonna be pretty damn good. She's different, right? She has differences, and it's not something we've ever really seen in this game before. But the thing is, I'm excited to see what she's got because she's got potential to be probably the best hybrid unit that we've ever had in the game. Before I even talk about her stats and skills, just looking at her, she looks so cool, man. You might be wondering like what form of Nelliel is this, right? But if you want to know, this is just basically a Can't Fear Your Own World version. Bleach Brave Souls went ahead and collabed with Can't Fear Your Own World, and they went ahead and released her form in here. And you know, it's just a really unique form, man. Like I said, you won't see this kind of art of hers anywhere else outside of obviously the books, and or if she's in the books, I'm not too sure yet because I haven't read it yet. We're gonna be getting the novels in the game, so eventually I'll read it. But yeah, you won't see this form of hers, at least for now, outside of BBS. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at her stats. She has 762 attack with 1082 stamina. She also has 624 SP and a Rankar killer. 762 attack is really good. Just so you have an idea of how good those stats are, she's gonna be in the top 10 units in the whole game in the ranking of attack. She's alongside with characters like Kenpachi Zaraki, the newest power form that we got, Ichigo Kurosaki, the Bond version that we have, and Retsu Unohana, arguably the best character in the whole game. She has 12% recharge time. Her skills are Bruiser plus 80%. That is the highest ever Bruiser that we've ever gotten in the game. I think the second highest Bruiser we've ever had is just a 50% Bruiser, so 80% is a huge increase in her normal attack. She has Berserker plus 40%, which will help her out with dealing that much more damage to her strong attacks. She has Devastation plus 30%, Sprinter, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, and Poise. So overall, her skills are just as good as her stats, but again, that Bruiser plus 80% is her standout skill. I'm excited to see what that's gonna do, right? Because, you know, if you think about it, Flurry, which is a skill in this game, basically doubles your normal attack damage because it hits twice, right? This Bruiser of 80% is almost basically Flurry. So yeah, I'm excited to see what she's going to be dealing in terms of damage. I'm pretty sure she's probably going to be reaching like 15k damage on her normal attack string up against, you know, a Rankars, because she does get a Rankar killer. Another unique thing is that she also has Debilitator of 5 seconds. What that does is just basically it increases the duration of the enemies when they are weakened by Nelliel, because she does weaken enemies through everything: her normal attack damage, her strong attack damage, and also her special. And what's really nice about this is that she also has a normal attack string in which she lunges forward towards the enemies. You don't even have to aim, she just will lunge forward. She has a first strong attack that lunges forward as well, second where she has a vortex that surrounds her, which looks very pretty, and a third strong attack that's like a magnet and gets everyone in front of her. So overall, this Nelliel, like I said, has potential to be the best hybrid unit we've ever seen in this game. And not only that, she's just gonna be an overall awesome and fun character to use. I'm just excited to see how she's gonna fare when she drops in the game, because as of now of the recording of this video, it is the 13th, so we'll be getting her in 3 days. So I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping I can pull her, and also I hope you guys pull her as well. That is the evolution of Nelliel in the game of Bleach Brave Souls. You know, the future is very bright. You never know, we could get even more overpowered forms of her in the future, but as of now, I'm savoring this moment. This new form of Nelliel looks so cool, and I'm just excited to hopefully pull her, because it is actually the 13th and she will be dropping in 3 days. So yeah, I'm farming up, I'm saving up my orbs, and I'm crossing my fingers, and I also hope you guys can pull her as well, because I'm telling you, although it is a little odd, I did have my initial thought on her was like, wow, she kind of got shafted, or like, what are her stats and skills? They look a little odd. They're actually not that bad, and you know, overall, like I said, she has the potential to be the best hybrid unit in the game. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This video was a lot of fun to make. I've made these videos in the past. I have a character evolution for a bunch of other characters. I'll leave a playlist in the description where you guys can go ahead and check them all out. My most popular video is actually an evolution video on Ichigo Kurosaki, so yeah, if you'd like to go check this out, link in the description. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this by hitting the like button. Only hit the like button if you did enjoy it, because that just lets me know that you guys want to see more of this. And if you guys obviously enjoyed this and I notice it, I will definitely go ahead and do an evolution video for Grimmjow, another character that's in the banner that's coming out in 3 days. So anyways, again, thank you guys so much. Love you guys, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.